Hey guys, it's KIDI with ThisIsRnB.com, and I'm here with the multi-Grammy nominated singer-songwriter, producer, the man with the serenading voice, Stokley. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How you doing?
Yes, we're so excited to have you here today. Let's just jump right into it. Your new album, Sankofa. The word means so much to the African-American ancestry and Black dysphoria. Tell us why you chose such a powerful word for the project and the significance for you.
I guess for me, just the power of my upbringing, and I've been in such a reflective state, I think for all of us in this last year and a half, whatever, through COVID and all this stuff. Sometimes you don't realize the richness of your humble beginnings. To your older, you start to reflect like, wow, this is really, I didn't realize I was actually learning this and that kind of thing. My parents were involved in the turbulent 60s, in the movement back in the day. So a lot of folks back then were wanting to feel close to the ancestors, what their names were, what the music was, just everything, the food. So I was exposed. I was kind of a revolutionary kid at the time, not knowing that, me and my siblings, we were exposed to so many different things. My parents are educators as well. So we always had a house with, it was like the international house, hear all this music and these parties and this amazing food and, just meeting these amazing people from these different places and spaces. A lot of it was from the continent of Africa. And different place, whether it be South Africa, whether it be Ethiopia or Kenya or the Horn, Nigeria or Ghana, some of these other spaces. So this was very ingrained in me at a very young age. And I started out playing African percussion with, dance troupes.
Wow.
And African chants and these things. So that was my first introduction into music, was through heartbeat, through drums, through chants, and all these different, sayings that I heard. So Sankofa was one of them. And which it's a Ghanaian term, which means go back and get it. And for me, it's just how I came through. It means what, how you came through, how you came to be. And for me, that was the beginning. And I framed it within that. I actually had the great opportunity to go to Accra, Ghana. And none of this was planned, by the way. I named this thing and things just started happening. So this project is really just kind of divine. I'm just walking in it. It's been amazing for things to unfold right in front of me. And I'm just, this is truly just is my truth. So and it's not that it ends there. It's framed like within that those Africanisms, I guess I could say. But there's so many things here in America that I had the experience of, being involved with so many different bands, so many different genres, playing drums and just observing what was around me, the energy and the spirit of whatever I was doing, or a group of people I was playing with. And so the music of the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, all of the branches off the tree of Black music, everything that we created. We're creative people. That's one thing I definitely made that connection when going to Accra, was I get it. I was like, we are such a creative people. There's so much creativity, it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
So I get it. So that comes from a space and a place that is just really organic and original. And we have that innate sense. We don't even know where we get it from, but it's a beautiful thing when I see kids dancing or us doing certain things. I'm like, wow, this is the same dance we would do when having a drum circle when I was 10. When I see people now and I'm looking at Instagram, I'm like, wow, this is just ancient. Ancient, when I say ancient, I mean in the good way. That means it's rich.
Yeah.
Because how we like to be, that ain't no, this is something
that
ain't nothing to do. I'm saying
Yeah.
this is a compliment. When it's ancient, you don't even know where you get it from. It's just like it's in you. So this project, this name, everything, how it's framed, is a gift that keeps giving. It's like, man, the deeper that I go, the more I'm discovering about myself. And the longer this project went on, I'm like, wow, this is, it's been a gift. So the reason was just my humble beginnings, and that's just where I started from. You know, it was very familiar to me, and I went deeper into it. And I have a bunch of collaborators on here, just to help me see my vision through, and also too, you know, I wanted to give some space for people who are coming up and coming through, and give some light to them because somebody did it for me. Yeah.
Amazing. And manifesting all those things. I love it.
Yeah.
And, you know, since you're talking about collaborations, let's just talk about the many incredible features you have on the album. But one in particular, and I'm so glad you brought him up in the beginning, but an esteemed world-renowned lecturer, writer, commentator, and professor, your father. What was that like, and how did that come about?
It was like an everyday discussion.
Okay.
And I had my tape going, you know.
Yeah.
Then you have to with him. He's always going to say something. You know, I've got so much footage of him and tapes. He doesn't know this because he's like, what is that? If you say what you're doing, he's kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was, this project wasn't complete without him. And also the blessing of my mother and her love and everything and support that she's given as well, both of them. And just for me to play one of the loudest instruments in the musical family, drums, you know.
Yes.
I say thank you because they let me practice all hours, you know.
Thank you, Mom.
I don't know. Yes, I don't know how they did it. I don't know why, but maybe they saw something, and I thank them. So I mean, it was to have him kind of bookending the whole project is it's nothing short of perfect for me. Yeah.
Yes. And how much, you know, input did he have in the overall project? Did you, like, when it was done, did you present it to them, him and your mother, or was it?
Just presenting, and I present it in pieces because he likes to listen and talk about it and see how it relates to everything. And just, you know, said, you're actually learning something, I guess, young man. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome. That's so
yeah,
awesome.
but it's been great. You know, just to I've been excited to let them view it, and it's been, you know, all we try to do is just make our parents and our elders proud. You know, so I'm still trying to do that. We all are trying to do that. So, you know, trying to make my mom and daddy proud.
Well, you're not trying. Trying is lying. You're doing.
Yes. And
let's talk about those other collaborations that you have from Wale to Snoop and H.E.R. Did you face any challenges making such magic during this pandemic?
Well, of course. I mean, the biggest thing was, you know, we all, not only did life slow down, it stopped for many.
Yeah.
And once life starts like that, like you've never known it to, that brings about a set of challenges. And one thing about challenges with human beings, so we are resilient. We've been taught that.
Fact.
You know, if we forget, that is a reminder. It's like, okay, I'm going to figure it out. We're survivors. That's what we do. That's why we're still here. So I think the biggest thing is just not being able to be in a room full of people or in a field full of people, you know, sharing your feeling, expressing yourself through music and having them receive it. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing that was cut out for me, just because that's what I do. Other than that, you know, I'm always usually in the studio and, you know, coming up with stuff and just working all the time. So that was the same. But the challenge definitely was being home, being forced to be home for that amount of time. Yeah. That's the thing. Because people say, oh, I'm cool with it. I'm an introvert and everything. But yeah, even all the introverts were like,
right.
Oh, okay. This is
You're like, day 10. What do I do now?
I'm a little introvert.
I'm a people person. Let me out.
Let me out of me.
Right.
It's like, it's too much, you know. So it just lets you know that, you know, we humans were meant to be together. I don't care how much people say, well, I hate people. And I said, boy, you really couldn't live without people. Are you a farmer? Even if you weren't a farmer, if you were the only person on earth, that's you know, that's not how it works. I mean, I understand. So it's like people affect the way that you get along, you know, with other people, and, you know, and yourself, how you view that so much. So it was that was a challenge for all of us, not just me. But I think just having things taken away, it made you think, and also it made two things happen. You know, of course, there were the horrible virus of it, you know, it was incredibly sad and people are dying and people are sick. On the other side, people are discovering themselves, quitting some of their jobs and figuring out what their passions are, you know, and putting that their best foot forward. And like, wow, I've been doing this whole time, just blindly walking this path.
Yeah.
You know, so now they have a whole new outlook on life, you know, and they're walking it through a different lens. And it's like, wow, kind of thank God. How dare people say, thank God, you know, this happened, but it's a truth.
Really, it's
a fact too.
Absolutely
you know. So life is about opposites. It's horrible and beautiful, and you keep going, and everything else in between. You know,
the yin and the yang, right?
There you go. There you go.
Yes. So what was it like working with the heavy hitters, the legendary producers, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis?
Jam with that is just amazing. You know, we celebrate this moment now because, you know, with me and my manager business partner, we have our Blue Raft label, and we have a joint venture with Flight Time Perspective. And this is full circle because, you know, I started out with Perspective Records, Jam and Lewis's label. Mm-hmm. And it's real sweet. It's, you know, it's the same as it was then. They just, look, man, we just want to be involved and let you do your thing. And they give me a platform again, yet to do what it is that I do. And, you know, bring forth my energy and my thoughts to the world. And, you know, through whether it be entertainment or a little bit of educating here and edutainment, as I think I heard a few people call it. It's been great. It's just, you know, and then not only that, what's cool about it, you know, this has been a long time coming, you know, I've been on the journey, with Mint for what, 30-something years, 35, something like that.
Wow.
A lot of people through that journey, it's been a long time. But also with Jam and Lewis, after 35 years of them being sidetracked, you know, with all the success with Janet and SOS, you know, they're now their own artists. You know, they get to do what it is that they set out to do in the first place, which a lot of people didn't know that, you know. So it's great, you know, our stories come together and they collide beautifully. So it's been a great honor, and, you know, we're just having a great time, you know, just presenting this project and us being a part of each other's life again. Yeah.
Real magic, for sure.
It is, yeah.
So my favorite tracks are Woman and Rush. Oh my gosh, like straight on repeat. What, you know, what one really like speaks to you? I know all of them. Before you answer, all of them are your favorite. Yes, we know this. They're all really great. But is there one that just like, oh my gosh, this is the one, you know?
On your hand, which one is your favorite finger?
My what?
Your favorite finger.
Oh, my favorite. This one.
Today, maybe.
Today,
the index might be what you want to open something yet, but I don't. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. That is tough, of course. You know, this is lyrics fresh, and all this stuff these are fresh, just right off of the press here. You know, and a lot of stuff has happened in the last, you know, since 2019, basically, is when I started the campaign for H.E.R, you know. And with the #1, with that whole thing, and then we went on to Vibrant with Snoop. We went on to Cascade with Bonfire. I did a remix for that, and then now Woman with KIDI. They say so much. Each one of them really do, and it just depends on my mood. Like if I'm thinking about change and social justice and reflecting upon oneself, then I have to give you a cluster song. Then I'm going to bring up a song called Lost, or I'm going to bring up a song called Recipe, or I'm going to bring up a song called Sankofa, you know, reflection, and, you know, that going back, you know. So I have to put them in moods. Okay. If I'm thinking about just straight party and have a good time, then I'm going to come up with, you know, Vibrant or Cascade, something that's got a beat to it, something that reminds me of like 80s and 90s, that roller skating, that fun time. Yes. You know, so it depends on, I put it in not so much favorite, but so much more so what mood am I in at this moment. And I think these moods that I'm giving to you all will fit inside your lives beautifully, in my humble opinion. You know, I leave it to you all.
I would agree.
Yeah, you all get to decide that. But I'm just, after it's out of me, it's a success. That's what I look at. Just as long as it gets out of me and I get it out the exact way that I want to. But that's as close as I can come to You asked my answer for, what's my favorite. It just, whatever my mood is, then I'm going to kind of veer towards whatever those songs are that I add up to my mood.
Okay, well, I'll take that answer.
You take it? All right.
I'll take it. It's good. It's a good one. And I love what you just said about how you measure success, how once it leaves you, that's a success. And I think that is like a valid point, and it is a very strong message for a lot of people to hear. So from someone of your stature to say something like that, it's pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
So you're welcome. So what's next for Stokley?
Oh man, we about to get on the road seriously, God willing.
Yes.
And the creek don't rise. We'll be out killing it, smashing it, and with our colleagues out here, many different packages that are going out into this year, into next year. I have some production projects in line. That's people that I've been mentoring for a while, and we're gonna come up with some stuff, and present it to the world. I've got some stuff in projects as far as maybe movies, television, and that would be both music and possibly getting back into acting, which I did a little bit when I was younger. So just expanding, spreading my wings, and doing all the things that I believe that I say I can do to myself.
Right.
And, make it come to fruition while we're here. I believe you should squeeze every drop that you can from life. And keep it moving, pushing, and each one teach one, lift the next one up. So that's what I'm trying to do, create some more opportunities, not only for myself, but as I do for myself, I create other opportunities for other people as well.
I love that. Setting the path for people to work on, I love it.
Somebody did it for all of us. Somebody did it for you,
Yes, absolutely. And that's the best important. That's another, man, you keep dropping all these gems for the people, Pay it forward for sure.
Right.
Oh, before we go, Stokley, can you let the people know where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me at Stokley Official. That's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well. And also the website istokley.com, istokley.com. We'll have merchandise on there pretty soon, and find out my dates and everything, and come to a city near you, or if it's nearby, don't make it a road trip. All right.
Road trip.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. Well, It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you and hearing your story and everything of making of your new album, Sankofa. Everybody go stream it up, as they say now, stream it up. It's a great one, and definitely have Rush on repeat.
You can pre-order now if you want. You can, so just be sitting there in the queue waiting. So on the day.
In the queue. Ready.
Yes.
Ready.
Yeah.
There you go. I know you're on vocal rest, so we won't pressure you.
Right.
But
it's hard. It's hard not to. It's hard.
I know.
ThisIsRnB.com.
Hey. I love it. On that note, we're going to end it here. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll see you next time on ThisIsRnB.com. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm stoked.
Yeah.